Hey everyone, how are you all doing? So we're taking a look at the whole wave of the House of X, Powers of X, Krakoa, X-Men, what's probably going to be in the MCU version of the X-Men wave, Tri-Sentinel X-Men wave. There you go. Covered all my bases. I like the story and all that stuff. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. But I have, this is just one of those waves where I didn't get everybody for the sole purpose of getting the Build-A-Figure. It was because I actually wanted everybody. So yeah, that's actually a first. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling. Let's get into what they all come with. Starting off with Charles, he comes with this head, which is his power effect head, and this pegs into the back. It's glued in there. It's not, you could pop it out if you wanted to, but it would probably break. I'm not sure if this is new. I don't have the hover chair Xavier, so I think that he came with this head, but it was a different effect, if I'm not mistaken. And then he comes with, okay, I'm launching hands across the room. Comes with the trigger finger hand, and then the sort of relaxed hand from the suited figure bodies. And then Magneto comes with 2 grip hands, 2 fists, so you can have him in the reaching out, picking something up, and then fist to crush it. Scott, Cyclops, comes with these 2 things. Okay, Jean, back to it. Scott comes with this angry head, and then the blast effect, which you just plug in like so, and there you go. It's like that. This came with the retro wave Cyclops a couple years ago. Wolverine, apart from his smiling head that you can see back there, comes with the spoiler alert for the comic, so skip forward 10 seconds if you want. Comes with this head, which this is from the future timeline, where he's got the gray beard and he's with the new Magneto and the new X-Men and all that stuff. And this is sculpted very well, both heads and all that. You can see all the different line work and everything like that, so it actually looks like a suit and all that. It's not just like a full solid piece, and I like this. This is very nice. You can see the pearlescent white in the eyes, kind of shimmering off my lights here. Jean comes with 2 fists and 2 magic hands, which is really cool because for this wave, this is like the first wave ever we actually get female figures that come with 2 fists. We have never gotten that before, and it's about freaking time now. If they could just update the articulation and give them good articulation, it would be great. Like, at the very least, hire somebody. Like, go grab somebody from the Black Series team because they do single jointed elbows perfectly over there. Like, they go almost all the way up. Why can't you do that? Why can't you do that, Marvel Legends team? Why? But Jean also comes with the Krakoa plant, which is pretty cool. It has this little kind of flattened piece at the bottom, so whenever you put it on something, it'll stay right up. So that's cool. And it's very nicely detailed. I like this thing. This thing's pretty cool. It's got all the green, the purple. It actually has different greens, too. And the blue, and it's cast in the swirly silver plastic, so that's pretty cool. I say that's pretty cool so much. Actually, this side's not painted. Is that supposed to be like that? This side is not painted. I can't tell if I got gypped or if this is how it's supposed to be. I say so. That's cool so much. I really should have t-shirts made or something at some point. Omega Sentinel comes with an alternate arm, so she can have a basic arm. She comes with the cannon over there, which the reason why I have 1 cannon on and not 2 is, why is this one not painted? This one's painted and it has orange on it. This one's not painted, which is kind of strange. But then this one, the elbow joint is way too tight on here, so I didn't want to put it on the figure and break it. So yeah. And Omega Sentinel also comes with this alternate head. This hair is very thick plastic, like holy crap. But it looks good. It fits on the body well, all that stuff. There's no real paint scuffage or anything. And then last but not least, we have Moira. And because of Moira's new mutant ability, she comes with a whole lot of stuff so you can interchange and make her different versions. Like I already have mismatched right there. It comes with this head and scarf, so you can have her be from the 60s. It comes with a lab coat, new arms, which these are actually kind of tight, so be careful. But it has nice detailing. You can see the pens. They're painted very well, actually. And obviously, it goes without saying, they all come with pieces to build the Tri-Sentinel. Taking a look at Charles first, he's literally just the old Spider-Man body. Since they went the seriously cheap route with this figure, also this wave is like 90% reused, by the way. They could have at least added the blue lines that he has in the comics. I don't know why they didn't do that. Also, personally would have preferred them to use the, because it would have worked for Charles so much better. Why not use the Reed Richards torso? It would have worked so much better. Like, imagine that. That would have been perfect. He wouldn't look like the old Spider-Man. He wouldn't look super scrawny. Because, Charles is thin, but he's like Reed Richards. Like, he looks like that in the comics. I don't know why they decided to go this route when it would have been so much easier just to do that. But he comes with the 2 hands, so you can get him into the, using Cerebro, and then to me, my X-Men. He's picking his nose over here with this hand. Sorry about that. He has the pointing Captain America. To me, my X-Men, thing, so that's cool. But the new sculpt is his helmet, which this is just beautiful. The sculpt work on this is phenomenal. I wish they would have put a black wash or something so you could actually pull out more of the details, but I could easily do that myself, so it's really not that big of a deal. But the tubes, they're pretty pliable. It can't, it's obviously, it can't come off. You don't have just... Alrighty. Since everybody has opted to be difficult, you all get to look at my new diorama. This is my new diorama that I made. This is also probably the one that I will make the most of in terms of what I would like to sell. Also, I have a throne for this too, which you guys will see when the Snyder Cut figures come out, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you are interested in this diorama, I will be making more of this and selling it at some point. Go hit up my Instagram and that, and you'll get updates about this. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And going over Magneto next, this is just the same exact Magneto that we got before, but a different belt. Yes, different belt. I had to look over it. A different belt, different forearms, and actually a different helmet sculpt, which I will show you right now. A different helmet, because if you look, the details are actually different. That's probably why it actually looks proportionate, and his head doesn't look super small inside of it, which it actually does look a little small inside of it, but not as much as before. And the cape actually is kind of a lot better placed, because you can see there's like a peg and then there's that little triangle piece, so it pushes on the back, it doesn't fall and whatnot. I would like to get a third party, hopefully from like GPS lot or something like that, cape, wired cape, because I think it would just look so cool on Magneto, because this is just clunky and he falls over easily because this is an old sculpt, so these knees are a little loose, but not as loose as you would think. But the line work and all that stuff on it was pretty good. The silver matching, all that good stuff. He is supposed to have like a black line on his boots that they didn't do, and I don't know why they didn't. It was a very simple thing they could have done, and it would have tied this in so much better, because it just kind of goes black and then white, nothing. Like they're something. They could have put the black line here just to, yep, ankle's a little loose on this side too. They could have just done that to make it so it wasn't so bland down here. And then mine has a little bit of paint scuffage right here on the toe, which it's easily just to scrape that off. I just wanted to leave that on for the sake of showing you all the paint imperfections. And now we have Cyclops, and this is pretty good. I like this figure. I think the Bucky Cap mold works for Scott. He has new forearms, new belt. The head is from the Toys R Us 2-pack with him and Jean, which I never got. I really wish I would have gotten that, because this wave actually has my first Jean in it, and my first Marvel Legends Cyclops, because the only Cyclops that I have is the Jim Lee Mafex one. But he has blue lines all throughout. Pretty nice, applied. See, like right down here, you can look. There's the blue lines, and it's just, it's not just a line stops right here, and then poof, there's actually blue lines here, and it would look good if they had did it on Magneto, but it's not a big deal. And these little blue things on the side, they're painted very well. The visor's painted well. Face is painted well. Everything's painted well. The belt's nice. I like the belt. Actually has the silver buckles painted, so that's pretty cool. They usually don't do that kind of stuff, and it was a nice detail. I guess they did that since they can use the Bucky Cap mold. Also, if you didn't know, they actually use the pinless arms. I like it. His arms aren't wobbly. His legs aren't wobbly. This figure is pretty solid. I like this. Strangely enough, for some reason, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's because Bucky Cap is old, reliable, and with the updating this so the arms aren't wobbly in that, it's very good. I kind of like it a little more than the Mafex Cyclops, so I'm going to be totally real. And now going over Wolverine, he actually has new claws. So finally they updated the claws. They're a lot bigger. They're actually more silver too. They're not just like cast on a gray. He has the new head, but I thought this figure was going to be all new sculpt because it kind of looked like it. It's not. It's actually apparently the X-Force wave boots, forearms. I would assume the hands are new because of the fact that the claws are new, but they might not be. Belt is new, but then everything else is the standard Wolverine stuff. But yeah, this is, it's pretty good. He's got the arm hair, as I said, the claws, and that. It would have been cool if these buckles would have been painted over here, but that's not too big of a deal, He's got a smile, which is cool. I like this because it's very different from what we normally get. We normally get the angry head or the stern angry head, and this is cool. I like this. It's different. Also, didn't realize about the suit for some reason. I don't know why it took me so long, because my brain just registers this as black normally for just all of his suits, but this is actually brown, so it matches the rest of the suit. It looks very uniform, and I dig it. Now looking at Moira, she is using the MJ body, but actually has new arms, which I wish these arms would have come with the freaking Gwen Stacy MJ figure, because why did they not do that? You could have actually changed it so it didn't have to be MJ and Gwen literally wearing the exact same outfit. You could change it up. I don't know why they didn't do that, but it is what it is. She's got her glasses. These look good. They look very good. She's got her hair, which may or may not have a wash in it. I don't think it does, or if it does, it's very subtle. The standard skirt piece that we have from this figure now. Peggy's legs from the Captain America and Peggy 2-pack. She comes with 2 fists, like I said before, but then she also has this grip hand and the normal hand that they give all the female figures. And if you look right here, you can kind of see it. The glasses are almost magnifying. The head does sit a little high, though. And then as for Jean Grey, this is my first Jean Grey figure. I've been wanting a Jean Grey figure for so long, and I didn't get that 3-pack of her, Wolverine, and Scott because I didn't want to pay that for 2 figures that I didn't want just to get Jean. And then the Toys R Us one, like I said before, I never got that one because that one, you know, hardly showed up in Toys R Us because Toys R Us sucked, and that's why they're gone. I have fond memories of Toys R Us, but, you know, they sucked. We have to admit that. And this Jean, she's actually, I'd say she's more new sculpt than old sculpt because her head is new, her upper torso is new, this skirt piece is new, actually. I lied. Wait a minute. Yeah, never mind. She's more reused, but it's not, I don't know if it's not as noticeable. Whatever. She has Peggy's feet and legs. I wish they would have sculpted this because it's not that much trouble. They could have easily made a new shin or something because there's so many characters, so many female characters that have boots that they easily could have sculpted a new thing here instead of having just painted on. And they also could have made new boots so it wasn't just this, there wasn't this seam line here, or this, not seam line, there wasn't this line here for the boots, but it is what it is. They kind of cheaped out on this figure. And also in the articulation department because her arm can only go that far when they could easily do more because we know Hasbro can do more, but it's fine. Her articulation is actually not that bad though. It's just hindered by the skirt piece because this skirt piece, I shit you not, it's completely hard plastic. This thing is hard plastic. This is hard plastic. Hard. Why is this hard plastic? Why? But the head sculpt looks nice. I kind of wish that they had the tuft of hair go in front of it like it is in the comics, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. There are 2 things that I'm going to do to this figure to fix it. I'm going to, she's also a little short, not sure why. I mean, it's because of the parts they used, but it's not that big of a deal to me personally because I don't have any other jeans in my collection, so it's not super noticeable. But I'm going to add a little bit of red wash to this hair because they just cast it in orange and they didn't give it any depth whatsoever. So to make it pop, I'm going to add a little bit of red in there. And then I'm going to cut this skirt piece so it is all the way up on either side almost, but not too much to where it'll pop this or, you know, tear it. So I can actually get leg articulation because the only articulation you can get from her is just to like right there, and that's pushing it. The thigh starts breaking and coming apart. Now onto what is new sculpt for the wave. We have Omega Sentinel, which this figure is actually really cool. Decent articulation in terms of that, which I will go over the articulation on everybody in a moment here. But you can see all the different, her little pistons maybe? I'm not exactly sure what these are. But her cannon, her like cyborg arm cannon, which is, this is cool. I really like this. I might give this a black wash at some point just to bring out more of the detail because this is beautifully detailed on both sides, all the cybernetic limbs, all that stuff. She's even got like little knee pads that have divots. Pretty much everything on this figure is sculpted, which is insane. I guess they put all the budget from this into this figure, which I have no problem with because really all the figures, it makes sense the reuse that they did use. And the paint is phenomenal. I mean, look at all this, like the white on top of the red. There's hardly any, there's like a tiny little bit missing right there, but not noticeable, and it's on the back. You can see all the different lines. There's no bleeding whatsoever. This is great. I love this figure. I'm so glad that I decided to get this because I originally was going to pass on it, and I'm so glad that I didn't. This is so good. I really appreciate this figure, and it's great. I'm going to have to heat up and fix it so I can give her both cannons, because let's see here real quick. I'll show you both cannons because I'm pretty sure this, yeah, this is tight, but it's not super tight. So let's pop that off. It's just, you know, standard, basically almost the equivalent of changing out a hand, but you do that. Ooh, that's actually really tight. Be careful about that. You don't want to break that, but you can give her both cannons so she can and just destroy the X-Men. Yeah, that's fun. And then as for the Tri-Sentinel, I really like this thing. I wasn't expecting to like it that much because I'm not exactly sure if this is reuse from the spider. I don't know. I think that the hands may be reuse. Maybe this honestly might just be all entirely reuse outside of the upper torso and the heads. I don't know. I don't have it. I have the arms, but they're God knows where because that came out so long ago. The only problem that mine has is that this was either glued the wrong way or warped a weird way, so the crotch is a little off to the side, but it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't hinder articulation or anything like that. The heads look great. I really like these. I do wish they had a little bit more range because they pop out very easily for some reason for me. I think it might just be tight. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to heat it up and just, you know, fiddle with it and see. But everything's cast in this nice twirly plastic. There's actually different paint. I'm not sure if this is going to come across on camera. It might not even be new. It might not even be paint. It might just be the way they cast the plastic. But there's like pink on all these little individual detail spots, and it's very nice. It looks very good. This looks very X-Men-y. I mean, other than the fact that it's a Tri-Sentinel, it looks very X-Men villain-y. And if you get what I mean, you know, if you're an X-Men fan, you know what I'm talking about. It's great, and it functions very well too, and it stands very well. This ankle's a little loose on this one, but not too much to where it's too much of a problem, other than the fact that, you know, earlier it completely crashed and knocked over everybody, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm only going to go over the articulation for Moira, Omega Sentinel, Jean, and the Tri-Sentinel because every other figure we all have in some capacity. So, like, yeah, there's really no reason for me to go over those. And her head can go up that far, all the way. Pretty damn good. Also, I saw somebody on Instagram painted this to make it look like Velma. Awesome, for starters. Fantastic. I love that. Head can go down that far. Also saw somebody turn it into a Lois Lane. Tilt. Rotation. Arms can go up that far. Pretty good. Rotate all the way around. Single jointed elbows that go up that far and swivel. All the joints on these hands go back and forth. As for the torso, she goes the slightest little bit forward, slide a little bit back, slide a little bit to the side, slide a little bit to the side, and then rotation, of course. Legs can go out that far. That leg can only go out that far. This leg cannot because it's not split on this side, but it is on this side. Can go up that far, but it starts to kick back because of the skirt on this side, which may slit that side. I don't know. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which go up all the way almost. Let's see. Yep, all the way. She can boop, kick her own butt. Robo would like that. The ankles / feet can go that far back. And then there is pivot. Be careful though, because these pegs are flimsy. You do not want to break it. Jean's head can go this far back. You just kind of gotta push it back and then tilt it up, and you can go that far up, which is pretty good. That far down, which the hair gets in the way a little bit. Tilt, rotation, shoulders go up that far, so it's pretty good. Rotate all the way around. Single jointed elbows that do not go very far. Wish it was more. Hands, same thing. You know, normal joints. The torso, the waist actually is where the articulation is, and this is actually pretty damn good. It's just a ball peg, which you can kind of see it maybe a little bit, and then can go that far forward, that far to the side, that far to the side, rotation. But altogether, of pushing her head back like that, and then pushing it up, and then pushing the torso back, you can get her into a pretty damn good flight pose. So, and then here's where it starts to get a little tricky. So, as I was talking about before, this is completely hard shell. So it basically gives her traffic cone. Her legs can go that far forward, can go not at all back, can go out to the side on this one. These slides a little bit, but it kicks back. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees that are a little gummy, so be careful, that go up that far. And then same articulation at the ankles, goes back, goes forward, and then of course pivot, which actually it's more of a swivel than a pivot, but it's not bad. I definitely will be better after I cut the torso, or cut the skirt apart and fix it. Omega Sentinel, her articulation's pretty damn good too. Head can go up that far with this head. The other head, not so much because of the fact that the hair is so dense. Can go down all the way. Can pivot. Nope, cannot pivot actually at all. Swivel, shoulders go up that far. Can go all the way around. Single jointed elbows that go up that far on that side, but then the guns make it a little less, so that can only go about 45. The upper torso can go a little bit forward, a little bit, ooh, actually decent amount back. To the side, decent amount, and then rotation. No thighs, or no waist swivel or anything. Legs can go out that far, better than the old Spider-Man. Can kick that far forward, but she actually has the Y joints, which it's actually not that big of a problem for me on this one. It's a lot thicker, like the actual, it's actually plastic, and it's not rubber like it was on the Black Series figures when they did it. So Hasbro's Marvel Legends and Star Wars teams need to take notes here. They need to start learning from each other, because what's that about? Like, they just not have any communication whatsoever. They can make, like, the perfect figures if they would just collab, you know? But thigh swivel, double jointed knees that go up that far. Oh, she actually has pinless knees. The feet can go back that far, up that far, and then rotation. And then last but not least, Tri-Sentinel. So the heads, these are ball joints up here, as you can kind of see. If my lights were better, you can kind of see right there. They're just ball joints. They kind of just swivel, though. They're not like actual ball joints, you know, as you would think. It would be cool if they were, but they're not. The heads actually move at this side too, so not just that. Shoulder can go, oh my good lordy. Let's see, shoulders can go out that far if you don't completely force it. Rotate to there, but then they, you know, kicks into the shoulder pad. There is elbow swivel, which elbows go up pretty decent. So what's this about? These are pretty thin, but you can't give the female figures this good of articulation in the elbows. What's that about, Hasbro? Come on. Rotation, normal joints, not up and down joints for the hands. Torso can go pretty damn far forward. What is that about? Can go that far back. Oh yeah, the elbows can actually bend all the way back too, so that's something else of note. Can't really go to the sides, but you know, you can twist it. Legs can go out, damn, almost all the way. So, it's pretty decent. Can kick, oh my lord. Can kick almost all the way around. Whoa. Did not realize that. That's cool. I just put this together like a few minutes ago because I just got Jean and Moira in the mail. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which these are actually pretty weird and neat how they have this joint. So it's a joint here and a joint here, which is normal for standard. But you can actually go like this and have it bend even more if you want to do something like that, or like that. I don't know. You do whatever you want with it. Thigh swivel, as I already said, but there's no boot swivel or anything. And then the feet go back that far, go up that far, and there is ankle pivot. Here's the Mafex Jim Lee Cyclops alongside everybody, and this actually works. Here are the Magnetos next to each other. This is the Family Matters 3-pack. Mary Jane / Gwen Stacy next to Moira, so you can see those are basically the exact same height. But I really like this wave. I think you will too if you're an X-Men fan, especially if you're a, god damn it, if you're a House of X, Powers of X fan. I think you'll really enjoy this wave. Or if, you just want to pick and choose, maybe grab Marvel Girl, grab Jean Grey, so you can have an original style, because you can use it as the original Jean Grey, or you can use it as the current Jean Grey. Same with Wolverine. If you missed out on the symbiote Spider-Man, you could grab that body from Charles. God, I forgot his name. And make that if you wanted to, or use it as a bunch of fodder. You could buy a couple of Omega Sentinels, make something out of that, make Moira Taggart, buy a couple of her, make some customs. Basically, this wave would be very good for custom fodder, honestly. That's gonna do it from me before I start throwing things, because these figures just won't stand for some freaking reason. And I will see you all in the next one.